Welcome to it, sports fans. Episode 3 from the bleachers with me, MKT. So I have to apologize for the bad lighting, but we're going to fix that. And also I could just, be better looking. That would improve everything for everyone. So I've got Cambodian tea to start me off. What a weekend of sport. Oh my goodness. If you're a Man United fan, you're delighted. If you're a Chelsea fan like me, it's been a difficult sort of 24 hours post-event. Still in denial, I think, many Chelsea fans. I'll let you know how I feel about that and ramifications for the season. And I'll let you know exactly what I think of the reaction from both sides. Mostly from Man United fans, of course. We're going to talk the Ashes love Test cricket. I believe there's only Test cricket. That's all I ever talk about. I don't talk about the other mess that they play in pajamas. There's only Test cricket. And then the Springboks, delighted. How are people feeling? I'll let you know how I feel. Should you be encouraged? Are they going to win the World Cup? We're going to talk a little bit about all that. So once again, from the bleachers, of course, we will be back later this week, hopefully. But I'll keep you posted. But I'll be recording every day, at least this week. And I'm hoping we are back with the Skip Pass podcast. Of course, catch that with the lovely Vody Miller and myself and hopefully some other people. Oh, this Cambodian tea is top notch. But let me stop wasting time jabbering. We're going to get straight back into it. Football's back, for goodness sake. Isn't that great? Oh, so good. So good that football's back. We'll have something to live for. Relationships will now be strained. Birthdays will be missed. I know a dude who missed church. Like, if you're a church person, you know that's obviously a big thing. I don't know. But he missed church to watch the Chelsea game. I won't tell you who it is. But so that's how serious this football thing is. But it's back. Chelsea lost 4-0. And oh my goodness. Man United, of course, are now Real Madrid apparently. They're now Barcelona. Look here. You ever had a friend, right, who was in a long-term relationship? And then they get dumped, right? Or they break up with the other person, whatever. Life happens. They break up, you know how it goes, blah, 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 tears, whatever. You got to pick a side, it's messy. Anyway, it's not about the breakup. It's about knowing this person. Long-term relationship, they're always the philosophical, hey, here's how you should live life. Look at me. Look how happy we are. Look at our trips. Look at our photos. And then they break up with that person. And it's horrible. It's tears. And now you got to put up with it. And then you're like, I don't know what happened. Things used to be so good. The guy, like everyone knows this one guy, right? He sells his car. He goes to Bali. We know this guy. Everyone knows this guy. Breaks up with her. Oh, it's all falling apart. Sells his car. He goes to Bali. I don't know. Starts CrossFit. I don't know what people do when they're in a midlife crisis or a post-relationship crisis. I don't know. He'll do anything to get noticed. Anything. Right? Anything to get noticed. When he's not in a relationship, there's none of those comforts of the past. He'll do anything. Everyone knows a Candace who broke up with the guy and then she all of a sudden started wearing tight pants everywhere and then she went to India and now she's the most spiritual person in the world. Everybody knows that Candace. Right? We know these people. Listen, Man United beat Chelsea 4-0. And these people that get out of these relationships, they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. People don't know how to act after long-term relationships that were so good to them. So the one bit of attention, the one positive thing that can happen in their lives, oh my goodness, I'm Candace. All of a sudden, I'm the most spiritual person. I went to India for 6 weeks, and now I'm the Dalai Lama. We all know that person. We all know that person. They had it so good for so long in a long-term relationship, and now they're the most spiritual person in the world because they went to India for 6 weeks. Stop it. Listen, it's understandable. Man United fans, 4-0. They'll tell you, It's all happening. Maguire's obviously now Sergio Ramos, and he's the best defender ever. Right? That's what they're telling me. But it's understandable. If you've been in a long-term relationship, what people must understand is after the season, it's been 7 seasons that Man United haven't won the league. I'm going to let that sink in. So it's understandable to me that the response to a game where Chelsea had 57% of possession in the first half, hit the post twice, and absolutely were all over Man United if you watch the game. 4-0's flattering because at 2-0, Chelsea are pressing, it's 3-0, and that's all she wrote. But in reality, if you watch the whole game, right, Chelsea had 57% possession. Chelsea had their B team, essentially, and completely outclassed Manchester United for 60 minutes of the game, if you're honest. Now, tactically, Oli got it right. He understands his team is limited. He doesn't have playmakers. They have to play on the counter. They have pace in Rashford. They have pace in Martial. They have pace in Lingard. That's all they've got. They've got nothing in midfield. They've got nothing at the back. But Oli understands, keep it tight. Frank Lampard, naive, open, United on the counter. 57% possession Chelsea, 43 United. It was Chelsea's B team. So I'm going to list the fact that Willian, Conte, Pulisic, Rudiger didn't start. All right? That was the best Man United team that they'll be all season. They're not going to get better in terms of personnel this season. That was their best team. And they weren't good enough to hang with Chelsea's B team because Mount isn't going to be part of the A side. Zuma isn't going to be a part of the A side. We know. I think we know that. I think Jorginho is not going to be part of the first side. That's the spine. We know in football that's the whole spine. Right? So Willian will come back. He'll be better than Mount. He'll improve that side. We all know what Willian is. So it was Chelsea's B team essentially because 4 starters not there. United were at their best. Now that's not an excuse. 4-0. You've got to accept it if you're a Chelsea fan. 4's 4, right? But Man United, settle down. Everybody, settle down. When Antonio Conte came, he had his games. He lost to Liverpool. He lost 3-0 to Arsenal. And apparently it was all over. It's not. It's not. And I repeat, this season we won't see 90 points. So relax. Everybody's getting excited. Liverpool scored what? 5? City scored their 5. Everybody's going berserk. Relax. It's the early season. Nobody's getting 90 points this season. I guarantee you nobody's getting over 90. And I still stick with my pick. If you haven't seen my pick, that video is available. I still stick with my pick. Top 4, Chelsea in first place, City in second place, Spurs in third place, Liverpool in fourth. I'll come back to that, to my top 4 prediction. I'll be back with that tomorrow. But listen, Man United are no better this season than they were last season. Like, how much better is Maguire than Smalling? I don't know. I don't know that. I know, like Smalling's done it under Sir Alex at Man United for 6-7 seasons now. He's a multiple Premier League winner. So I know he can do it if the pressure is put on him. I don't know what Maguire can do under pressure. I don't know what Wan-Bissaka can do under pressure. So in my eyes, they're not better actually. Wan-Bissaka, solid, maybe solid one-on-one. He's got good pace, but he doesn't give you another dimension. You know, he's not Cancelo, he's not Dani Alves. So Man United's A team got dominated by Chelsea for 60 minutes. And yes, they were clinical. Rashford's the real deal. And I think Martial has shown when somebody believes in him, he can be the real deal. They've got pace to burn going forward. But they got dominated by Chelsea's B team. Settled down. Antonio Conte lost 2 in a row. And apparently it was all over. And he won the league title by like 7 points. So relax. And I understand, like that person who got dumped after a long-term relationship, Man United fans, you had 27 years of Sir Alex Ferguson. Folks, it'll be 7 seasons since Man United have won a title this season. They're coming nowhere near it. If they couldn't hang with Chelsea's B team yesterday, could you imagine what happens When it's away at maybe Wolves, at proper teams, it's all over. Chelsea come back with their A team. Tammy Abraham doesn't hit the bar. It's a different game. No excuses, 4-0. Congratulations to Man United, but they're still the 6th best team in England. I don't want to hear it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. They're the 6th best team. Nothing's changed. Maguire is not Sergio Ramos. I've seen enough. United will be fine. They'll be 6th. They have no quality going forward. They've got great pace up front. One thing you have to give United is they have tremendous pace up front. But that's it. And you can deal with pace. That's not a problem. Lampard has to tighten it up, which I think he will do. N'Golo Kante will give you those legs in the middle. Jorginho will go out, and Chelsea will have a rigidity once Rudiger gets back. Relax. My top 4 will stay the same. Chelsea at the top, City come 2nd, Liverpool in 3rd, or Spurs in 3rd, and Liverpool 4th. We'll come back to that. Congratulations, United. But now let's talk some cricket. The Ashes. Goodness, I love Test cricket. Nothing else should be called cricket, actually. Nothing else should be called cricket. If you don't know by now, I don't watch T20 cricket. I don't care about one-day cricket. I don't watch a ball of the World Cup. It's boring. It's terrible. There's no skill. There's no skill in T20 cricket. There's no skill in one-day cricket. People must stop asking me. It's all about Test cricket. The best players play Test cricket. Listen, England are an awful Test team. They're awful. They're awful. I'm a South African cricket fan. I'll speak about their retirements that have just happened another time. But South African cricket always leaves it too late to go to the next cycle. England seem to do that as well. Why is Broad still playing? Why is Anderson still there? I don't want to hear about the injury. The guy's 37 and he was injured. I don't want to hear about it. And Australia won because he was injured. Don't play a 37-year-old. For goodness sake, in a 5-test match series. Don't do it. It's ridiculous. He's been over the hill. Anderson's been over the hill for a year and a half. Hashim Amla should have retired 2 years ago. Goodness sake. Stop telling me about old guys that are over the hill and making your excuse. England should never have picked him. They're an awful Test team. I'm going to list some names of guys that are bang average and would be bang average in a first-class team. Burns, Roy, Denley, Butler, Ali. They're all first class at best. What does Mo Ali do? Ali's awful. He's not good enough to be a Test batsman or a Test bowler. So he's not an all-rounder, he's junk. He's absolute junk. Listen, I don't know why people think this is going to be a contest. England don't have a player in the top 5 in either department in World Test cricket. I don't want to hear that Joe Root's top 5 in the world. Stop it. Stop it. He's not top 5. He's not better than Kane Williamson. Stop it. He's not better than any of the Indian guys. Pujara, Kohli, he's not better than any of those guys. Stop. Come on. Stop that. England don't have a serious player in the top 5, bowling or batting. How do you win a Test match like that? You got to have match winners. They don't have a top 5 guy, don't have a top 5 batsman, don't have a top 5 bowler. I don't know what they've been doing. Maybe it's because they've been focusing on the World Cup. Fair play. But listen, Australia have the second best bowler in the world in Cummins. I know the Test rankings say he's number 1, but South Africa doesn't play Test cricket. It's clear Rawat is the best bowler in the world. You don't have to like it, but he is. Right? But Cummins is proper. He's class. He'll bowl long spells. He's fit. He's quick. He's seriously quick. He's quick. He's bowling 145 k's an hour, so that 89 mile an hour mark, that's with the old ball. Benz is back. He's proper. He's the real deal. So they've got second best bowler in the world, and they've got the best batsman in the world. In fact, they've got the best batsman to ever play Test cricket, and it's not even close. I don't want to hear about Tendulkar, Lara. I don't want to hear it now. Smith's the best. He's the greatest, and it's not close, and he's still playing. Doesn't often happen. The man is truly great. Half decent with a bit of sandpaper in his pocket as well. I had to. So Australia have, let me put it this way. Australia have the best opener in Test cricket. I don't care what people say. Warner's the best opener in Test cricket. He's the most intimidating. He's the closest thing we've seen since Matthew Hayden, right? They've got the best batsman to ever play cricket, right? They've got the second best bowler in the world. And then they've got, and it's crazy to say it, they've probably got the best Test spinner in the world. So it's rather sad there isn't really a world-class spinner out there right now. Because I don't think Lyons is world-class, but he's the best spinner in the world. He's mediocre, but he's the best in the world. So this should be a real steamroll. When you look at it and you take the emotion out of it. I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. Because Archer, this nonsense that he's going to come in and blow Australia away. He's just another guy in Australia. He bowls 145, between 145 and 150 at his best. And Australia is used to playing on bouncy pitches. Archer doesn't do much sideways. I don't know what the excitement is. I mean, he's tall, he's West Indian, obviously, of West Indian descent. So you'll get a bit of extra bounce. You think the Australians are scared of extra bounce? Have you watched cricket at the Wacker? I mean, I haven't been to the Wacker, but I've been watching cricket on Australian pitches since I was 4 years old. On television, they don't care about bounce. Archer will be nothing. He's not smart. He's quick. He's something different. He'll have a bit of aggression. But stop. People think, what, Australia are scared of Archer. Give me a break. He's just another guy in Australia. They've got plenty of kids that chuck it down at 150. Relax. If anything, it works probably to get their openers in form, because they'll love that. They'll love it coming onto the bat instead of going sideways. He's just another guy in Australia. I don't get the Archer. I don't know, man. I don't get it. He's not that. He's not Curtly Ambrose. What are we talking about here? Listen, my prediction 3-1. The Australians, it's England, so there'll be one rained out test. But 3-1. It's the Aussies are going to absolutely. It's gonna get ugly, and I think this Lord's test will probably be it. That they're really gonna crush them here. It'll be 2-0, and it's impossible. You don't come back against an Australian side 2-0 up. Steve Smith, greatest to ever do it. And yeah, I mean, T-Pain, who's a terrible keeper for Australia, by the way. He's one of the worst keepers I've ever seen. See how many byes he let through in that last game? But they got Steve Smith essentially as the captain. You can see he's running things on the field. All the field placings. T-Pain's just, he's a music producer and a mediocre keeper and a terrible batsman. But T-Pain has the easiest job in the world. He's got the greatest batsman ever. He's got the best test opener in the world. He's got the second best bowler, test bowler in the world. And he's probably got the best spinner in the world. 3-1 Australia. Let's go on to our last topic, the oval ball. This Cambodian tea is awesome. Oh, it's good stuff. The Springboks. Let's talk about it. People are excited. First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to the Springboks. They have won a reduced rugby championship. Let's be very clear about that. But they have done it. They got the draw away. Probably got cheated by the ref there. It was a knock-on for Mwanga's, or was it Barrett? I don't know. Whatever, that knock-on. And then they got 3 points. So probably should have won that. And yeah, so congratulations. The Springboks have won a shortened rugby championship. Am I encouraged? Nope. Because as I've said, I've always been skeptical since Rassie Erasmus was going to come in, because I knew it was coming. So the results are slightly better, yes. The organisation is better. Rassie's a details guy, we know that. He's never really had quality players to work with. For the first time, he's got the best South Africa has to offer. So, he gets to organise the best South Africa have to offer. I think he's got plenty of positional stuff wrong, but that's a whole other thing. But South African rugby's gone backwards. The rush defence was Jake White's idea in 2007. For goodness sake, people act like rush defence is something new. It's not. Jake did it in 2007. He strangled the All Blacks exactly the same way. We know what the All Blacks want to do. But I think they'll figure it out. And we could see against Australia tried to get in their faces. And they kind of started to figure it out until they got that red card. Remember, Crotty still needs to come back. But anyway, it's not about them. Rush defense is Jake White's idea. 2007, folks. It's 2019. It's 12 years ago. We're still playing rugby from 12 years ago. The up and under from the scrum half at the base, the premeditated. Essentially, what the Springboks are trying to do is going back to, we're not playing rugby. We're going to up and under, let them play under pressure. And I know the statisticians will tell you whoever kicks the most actually wins. But actually, you got to kick with a bit of sight, a bit of seichel, as my Yiddish brothers say. You got to use your seichel, and none of that is happening. It's all premeditated. Essentially, the game plan for the Springboks is an up and under from the scrum half, put pressure on them, put pressure on the ruck, turn it over. If not, rush defense again, and they'll kick it out. So it's bully ball, really. There's Warren Ball and there's bully ball. So up and under, we saw Fourie de Prieur, Brian Habana perfected. That's how the Springboks became dominant for 3 years in World Rugby from 2006 to 2009. One thing I'll give Rassie credit for, though, and you have to give the man credit, is he's realized at long last that South African rugby players are one-dimensional. There's not one world-class rugby player in the Springbok setup. And what I like about Rassie is he's being pragmatic. He's now realized what I've been saying for years. Pollard's one-dimensional. He's not a real number 10. He's got one. All he is, he's another bully at fly half. Now, when he was 18, maybe, I don't know if we've sort of ironed that flair out of him. But I admire Rassie for going, my players are one-dimensional. My game plan's going to be one-dimensional. So big up, Rassie. I got to big you up for that, because I don't think I haven't seen the ball this entire rugby championship go past the inside centre with the Springboks. Not once has the ball gone past inside centre. It lives at fly half and it lives with the loose forwards. That's it. And if that's the game plan, I understand our players are limited. So kudos, Rassie, for acknowledging that we are limited. We don't have skills. Pollard's not skilled. He's not a distributor. He's not a number 10. He's not a genuine number 10 anyway. He's not a world-class 2019 modern-day rugby number 10. Elton Yankees, probably better on the front foot, but he couldn't, I hate to use an old analogy, but he couldn't tackle his fish supper. So encouraged? No. Are they going to win the World Cup? No, because it's 2019. You can't win in 2019 trying to play 2007 rugby. The smart sides will figure it out. Ireland will figure it out. The All Blacks will figure it out. The All Blacks, we haven't seen their A-team combination yet. Crotty will come back. Goodyear will come back. Or Italic will come back. Stop. Relax. Listen, the Springbok wings might as well be decorations. I haven't seen the ball go past inside centre. It's painful to watch. Go Bokke. I love the Springboks. It's a painful watch. Ugh, they are painful to watch. But congratulations, they've won. And I'll support my team. I love the Springboks. I'm South African. I'm not going to, I prefer watching the All Blacks. I'll be honest. They play like, if you're into football, it's like total rugby. But my goodness, the Springboks have no hope of winning, one-dimensional. But you have to give Rassie credit. You have to give him credit. So big up the Springboks, big up Rassie. One-dimensional Springboks. They will lose in the semi-final. Whenever they meet Ireland, I think they'll lose. Not good enough in too many departments, but I'll go over where I think the Springboks are short, and I think where they'll be exposed when it counts. That's it for today, folks. From the Bleachers is back with me, MKT. So leave your comments below and let me know what you think of today's episode. If you have any comments, have a look-see here. If you have any comments, leave them below, and I will certainly address those tomorrow. We'll have our comments show on Thursday. Hopefully Thursday we can get it together, and then I will definitely have a comments, and I'll probably just do that on my cell phone, which is always a cool way to do it. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, remember, on iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, on the gram, From the Bleachers, FTB TV Media. So that's From the Bleachers TV Media. Go and subscribe and like the channel on YouTube. Get on the YouTube machine and like it. So all of this content will be on live on YouTube. Get onto. I'll post that link up, And the link will be below, so you can go and check that out. Thanks for watching, guys, from the bleachers with me, MKT. I will see you again tomorrow.